not everybody can make that $60,000, $70,000 a year for like a house in a cul-de-sac. You know, there needs to be neighborhoods and housing that are accessible to people that just want to live a regular life.
If there's anything that I would like to see is to see something like that, where the houses are affordable, people appreciate living in them, and would like to pass it on to their children. I
realized that, you know, it wasn't all sweet here. It was like there was a lot of drugs, there was a lot of violence. As far as like, you know, some nights I'd hear shots pretty close to the house.
And over here in Morristown, there was a lot of people hanging out in the streets. Some days you couldn't even get through. There was so many people hanging out. Later, my son was taken away in 2012. He was 22. After that, 2 years after his death, I was going to a lot of meetings. Everywhere I went, they said, somebody need to do something. Somebody need to do something. I said, I'm tired of hearing that. And then one day, it was like the Spirit spoke to me, that somebody's you.
I became involved with the Morrowtown community group led by Lydia about a year ago when I was working for the city of Burlington. I would go to some of the meetings and just felt the importance of becoming a community again. The community that I remembered almost 35 years ago. It was important to me, the work that the Morrowtown community was doing was to get people involved.
As I was listening to members of the community describe the problems in the neighborhood, it aligned perfectly with the kind of thing that a community land trust does. So it is working on affordable housing, but it is also working on community development. So those two things together are really the markers of a community land trust.
I'm really excited about the Burlington Land Trust, and the reason I'm excited is because I think the Burlington Land Trust indeed addresses an issue in this community. If Burlington is going to be a community for everyone, and that's my hope and that's my desire, then indeed we have to provide affordable housing for everyone.
The property itself is owned by the land trust. And then the house or the home is sold to the homeowner. And they have all the same legal rights that a homeowner has. Because the trust holds the land, then when that homeowner is ready to sell that house or their descendants are ready to sell that house, it either has to be sold back to the land trust or to another homeowner approved by the land trust. And this ensures that it will permanently remain affordable housing.
I still live in the community, but I think about that. I think about the friends that I grew up with, the people that I grew up with in Morrowtown. This now opens the opportunity for them. You know, I'm sure that they dreamed the same thing. But this would open the opportunity for a home to be affordable, for them to return back to their community as I did.
2 years ago, we did a survey, and a couple of the things that came out of that survey is that the community wanted to see was a community garden and some swings or other games for kids in the neighborhood. And as a result of that survey, on the 30th of April, we had a grand opening for a community garden, Morrowtown Community Garden, which is at 642 South Midland Street.
The grown folks, we'll work on them, but maybe through the children that we can work even more. I thank God that He placed me here. I feel like I was placed here in Morrowtown. I lost my son, but then I gained so many more kids that has been put in my life. My purpose here is for these people here in this community and for me to make a difference, to feel and believe I made a difference here, and that difference will change somebody's life.